Alright, we're back. Took a short break to eat some food. I just got food delivered to me, so I might be eating wings. Wingstop again.
I had some pasta myself.
Oh, nice. I love pasta. That's like my favorite food. But wings are pretty good too. Okay. If Anton's car was in the parking garage, Lowell could have grabbed the keys from the body. Afterwards, Lowell could have just driven Anton's car to Nickel and Diamond's Antiques and left the body there. After leaving the body at the store, Lowell could have taken a bus or simply walked back to pick up his own car. We know Anton's car only entered the parking lot once, so his car didn't leave the garage. What if he didn't have his keys on him? That way, Lowell couldn't take them. We know that Anton parked his car and went to his office, so he must have had his keys inside the building. But you two checked the whole building and didn't find them, so they must have been on his body when he died. Then he would have had the keys. But if so, did something else stop him from driving the car? That it's a stick shift, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Our theory was that someone stole his car. Perhaps that was his plan. But that plan would fall apart once you found the car. Perhaps he was hoping for incompetent detectives. Give us a little credit. This is our first murder case. We really should have looked for his car sooner. Hey, detective, how long of a walk is it from my dad's store to the garage?
Judging by the distance and taking crosswalks in mind, about an hour on foot.
Probably longer if you're carrying a body. But buses run all day and night. He doesn't need to walk the whole time. There's a bus stop right before Eubank Investments. Dang it, why must our city have a public transport system? Funny you're saying that. Frickin' champion of the public transport system. He could have returned to the garage. What stopped Lowell from using Anton's car? Mrs. Eubank, is there any way to get around the system? Maybe a super secret C-suite entrance? At Eubank Investments, all employees enter the garage the same way. This is our way of showing how we treat all our employees as equals. Joey's PR nonsense comes back in full force.
Can't find any other entrances. She's right. Looks like we have to find another way. Alright, so we know what it is. It's the stick shift.
Yeah. Before you poke holes in our theories, poke the holes in your own. When we spoke with the mechanic, she told us that Mr. Chambers drives a custom-built stick shift. Most people wouldn't be able to drive that. That is true. My husband tried driving it once and almost crashed it. But this is nothing but speculation.
According to the mechanic, there were dents, scratches, and a tail light before she fixed it up. But I doubt someone who drives their car every day would cause that. My theory is simple. He tried to use Mr. Chambers' car, couldn't drive it, damaged it in the garage, gave up, and used his own car. And again, speculation on when the car was damaged. You can't prove that the car was damaged that very night. Mr. Ledger, can you drive stick? Because according to our evidence, your car is automatic. If you can, you will need to prove it. I don't need to answer. You'll just use whatever I say against me.
Detective, we both know you need something more solid than that. Prove to us that his car was originally used to move the body. There must be something that shows his car was used. Better think fast. Here's proof Anton's car must have been used Sunday night. mechanic told us that they found some clumps of wool in the car. All we have to do is match it to the rug from his office.
And how will you know if it matches that rug? It's long gone. We do have the picture of you with the rug. All we need to do is cross-reference it with rugs sold online. If the material matches, then we'll know it's the same rug. You detectives are more clever than I thought. But it's all for naught. After all, there's something important you simply can't explain. Sounds fun. Tell us what it is. I wouldn't even know where to move the body.
Interesting move.
What happened to Mr. Chambers that night was completely unexpected. If the plan was to pin it on his attacker, then I would need to know that information beforehand. But I had no means to speak to him about it before his death. After all, I was in my office the whole time before I carried the rug out.
Were you unaware he was attacked Sunday night?
As unaware as everyone else in this room. It was really shocking to hear about the taser.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Oh, you little weasel. My other client said it all happened in the heat of the moment. Not even he expected to tase Anton before it happened.
I think we can chalk this up to being unexpected. Let's move on.
But Lowell could have just moved the body there without knowing Anton had been attacked. All that was needed was that it was his last location. But the crime scene was clearly set up for whoever tased him. They wanted the police to think he was tased and then shot with his own gun.
And it almost worked. So Lowell is right that he would need to know the information beforehand.
I have a new theory. There were two people in the alleyway who could have told him. He didn't talk to Anton, he talked to Harris. And why would Harris tell him that he tased Lowell's boss? Well... And do you have proof he ever spoke with Harris? No.
I think I heard enough. For now, Anton would be the only person to tell Lowell he was tased. Sorry, I got the hiccups.
You're good.
Lowell, can you prove you were in your office that night? Of course not. How can I possibly prove that? I just wanted to confirm, just in case.
If he was lying just about being in his office, where would he be? I don't think I have anything that can prove where he was. You did call him, though.
Oh, yeah.
We do know when you talked to Mr. Chambers. When you showed us your phone call to the detective, I saw you had a call with him that night. Meaning you spoke to Anton after he had left the alleyway.
You can't prove that. Even if we did talk, that doesn't mean he told me anything.
Lowell, I think that's more than enough reason to request a search warrant.
Mrs. Eubank, you're supposed to be on my side. Do something.
My job is to protect Eubank investments at all costs, including from within. I gave you enough of a chance to prove your innocence. Now your lies are a liability to yourself and my company. Your best bet is to just confess now so we can finally know what happened that night. If they search your car and find proof, it will only make things worse for you.
And all because I couldn't clean my car in time. Moving the body is a crime, one we intend to make you pay for. Oh, the fact that there was an ad for a car wash in there, do you think he was planning to go there?
Oh my god.
But, like, they could have had it vacuumed or something.
I don't think we even have anything about the car wash, but that is a very that's very nice detail.
Yeah, yet you don't even know who the murderer is. The closest you got is me moving the body. Lowell, are you saying you know who killed Anton? Detective, how about a plea deal? You drop all charges against me, and I'll tell you everything I know. I don't think that's how it works. What do you have to bargain with? Simple. I know who the culprit is. I even have proof.
You expect us to believe that?
If you want the truth of the matter, you will accept my terms.
You can't just move a whole body and expect us to trade that away.
You two are only here because you are out of leads. You need my evidence. Unless you want to keep running around like a pair of headless chickens. If you fulfill your end of the bargain, then I can accept those terms.
What? Detective!
Don't worry, Justina. I know what I'm doing. Where is the evidence? Do you take me for a fool? I'm not giving it to you until I sign the official deal. But I suppose I can give you a tease. Owen Eubank was the one who killed Anton Chambers.
I don't believe you. I know my husband! He would never do such a thing!
Believe it or not, it happened. The two of us carried the body down the elevator to the garage. He offered me the role of president if I helped clean up his mess. I wasn't going to turn down such a wonderful deal. Or my name isn't Lowell Ledger until the police ruined everything. That's why I had my backup plan. Keep some evidence on Owen, just in case.
You are throwing my whole company under the bus just to get out of this!
It's nothing personal, just business.
Damn! Damn! Then, as legal representative, I will look over any official deal written before he signs.
I'm sure you and Sue will have plenty to talk about then. Mr. Ledger, you are to remain here for the time being. It will take a while to write up the plea deal. If you leave, it will be cancelled. Understood. Mrs. Eubank will be bringing Owen Eubank in for questioning. I presume you'll take up his defense?
Naturally. I will request that no questioning can be done until Mr. Ledger's evidence has been fully verified.
I agree. Once everything is settled, we'll return here later with Mr. Eubank. For now, this interrogation is over.
Lowell and Ferris were escorted to the chief's office to wait for his plea deal. We were also granted a search warrant for Lowell's car. As for Sophie and I, we had only a little bit of time before we could go talk to Mr. Eubank himself. In the short time I've known him, I could never see Mr. Eubank as a murderer. Was Lowell's evidence truly enough to convict him? We had to wait for the plea deal before finding out. Yep, there's a part 3. Yep.
It is a triple header.
I'm gonna be honest, I straight up don't believe Lowell. I just don't believe him.
Yeah, I mean, everything. I mean, he's not being given any real redeeming qualities, unlike basically everyone else who is told lies to get this far.
Yeah, I think he's fibbing. But who would be so influential that he would lie about Owen being the culprit? I don't know.
That's a good question, and it does make me wonder, is the killer going to be someone who is only good? The thing is, with how this game is structured, I feel like it wouldn't really make sense for the killer to be someone who has only been introduced in this case. And I mean, and not only that, gonna get into investigation spoilers. Even though that case, even though that game's final case was even though that game's final culprit was a one and done, they still had to appear for a considerable amount of time before the final confrontation.
Yes.
Unless it's Joy or Lowell, we got no one for this case specifically.
Yeah.
So it might have to be. So I really think it is going to have to be someone who has appeared before.
Technically, Lowell debuted in a previous chapter, but it's definitely not him at this point. So I think we've kind of run out of suspects. So it's either got to be, it's just straight up Owen, which I don't think it is, or it's Sue as like a twist culprit. But
that would be nuts, honestly. But I mean, I can see.
I'm not sure.
I can see the theory, but they need to really really have a whole like arrow going through another arrow moment to like really sell that.
They'd need a what? I couldn't hear what you said.
They need like a whole like arrow going through another arrow moment, like splitting the arrow. You know, that little cliche.
No, I don't know what that is.
How? Okay, well, it's just a common like it's a bit of a trope. Like sometimes you'll see someone fire an arrow at a target, and then the next person to go fires the arrow so precisely it splits the arrow down the middle.
Uh-huh. Though she's just a police clerk, so I don't know if she would be influential enough.
I mean, the police chief's been mentioned a few times. It maybe could be them.
I mean, maybe, but we haven't seen what the chief looks like, and I feel like for a final villain, we would have at least seen them once, right? I don't know. We'll see. That was stressful.
It only feels stressful because it's not over. There are too many lingering questions. We have some time before the plea deal's ready. We should investigate while we can.
But we already investigated Eubank Investments. Where else can we go?
What we need is information. If Mr. Eubank really is the culprit, was it premeditated or an accident? See what I'm getting at? Something happened in that room that led to Anton's death. And I bet money it's related to the company.
How do we figure out the motive?
Let's start from the top. What do those two have in common?
They both lead Eubank Investments? If only we knew how to find out more about Anton's business deals.
Then we need to figure that out, and I know just who to ask. I think we should talk with Chandra Lear. She worked with Mr. Eubank long enough to know something. Your dad, Ash, has been talking to Red. We should see if he learned anything since yesterday.
Alright, so that's two people. Who else?
Besides witnesses, we should also go see Red. If there are any updates on the body, he would likely know.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go talk with all of them. Better clean up my notes. I don't need information about the lobby now.
Red should be here, so let's look around the station first.
Oh, I know you love this. You love this, this track.
Yeah. You want to investigate first, if the dialogue's any different?
Yeah, sure. Nope.
Oh, no.
Because we have investigated during this session, so it doesn't really count. I don't know what's more shocking, Joy spying on Anton or her being paid by Anton's ex-wife Vivica.
For me, it was the ex-wife part. He must really hate his guts to have done that.
Yeah, and we can't even listen to the recording either. This whole case could have been solved.
What Joy did was illegal. Using illegal evidence is just as bad, if not worse. Unlike Joy, the police reflect the values of our society. I want to be someone the public looks up to. I can't do that if I start breaking the law.
But if you can't solve this case without such evidence, isn't that just as bad? I wouldn't want a police system that can't solve any case.
I wish I had the answer, but I don't. But if you ask me, we don't need the full recording, just the struggle. Joy's other evidence was enough to get us this far, so let's finish what we started.
I can't believe Lowell helped move a body. I wouldn't do that. The blood and feeling of death all around.
Given that we couldn't find any blood in the building, he did a good job moving it.
That's not the type of praise I expected.
Tampering with evidence is wrong, but doing it right is tough. I should ask him so I know what to look for next time.
I would rather the knowledge disappear. It would make our job so much easier. Do you think Mr. Eubank really did it? He's not the most forthcoming, but I just can't see him as a murderer.
We still don't know what happened, but I do know something. Seems very sad about Anton's death.
He did, but maybe he regrets it. Only regretting it after pulling the trigger. I mean, maybe? But also, he died to 2 bullet wounds, which means Owen would have had to fire twice. Which means he had to have wanted to kill him. Like, no remorse, no thinking about it, no hesitating. He would have had to pull the trigger twice. Which, I don't know. Twice. Yeah, that's what I just said.
That's certainly possible. Only regret could turn back time. Then he wouldn't have invaded Earth. There's some time before Lowell's plea deal is ready. We should find more evidence.
I'll talk to her about this after we finish our investigation. Detective Hunt, are you here?
While you two were with Lowell, Ernest took Joy back to Eubank Investments.
He did? Why did he do that?
Since Joy is trying to cooperate with the police, she said there might be some evidence that could be useful. So, they had to head back to Eubank Investments. There's no time like the present. We should hurry. You could certainly go there now, but you wanted to speak to Chandra, right? She's waiting in the interrogation room. Ernest also left behind a gift for you two.
A gift?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the world's greatest illusionist, Maggie Shawn.
Annie, what are you doing here?
Pick a card and find out. Since Annie worked with our victim, Ernest thought she might know something. Sue, I had a whole trick planned. If you want that deal with our district attorney, no magic until this case is done.
Man, you really should have been born in the universe of Attorney of the Arcane. You would be great there, Annie.
Yeah. Fine. No magic till this case is done.
She really wants that deal.
So, what can the world's greatest illusionist do for you? We know that Anton wanted to buy the Klaus orphanage and hide that from the Eubanks. Do you know anything else that could help us out? Lucky for you, this is one secret a magician can share. Anton's plans were to convert the old motel into townhouses, a fancy type. With a popular church and one of the best schools nearby, wealthy families would pay pretty handsomely for a spot. That's why he was lucky enough to get Bill to agree to move the orphanage back in March. Bank Investment's plan is to get property everywhere in your Azure City. He never told me directly, but knowing close-up magic makes borrowing papers pretty easy.
Come to think of it, on the day we spoke to him...
Motel's what matters. It's the land it sits on. It's situated on a proper property gold mine. That land could be put to much better use. That whole area ought to be transformed into new luxury townhouses and condos. A plethora of the city's finest would love nothing more than to settle their families right next to Whitehall.
Turns out he did spell it out for us. Speaking of which, what's a townhouse?
They're smaller houses that could be bunched up together by cutting out extra space. They might sell for less each, but you can make more townhouses on a single plot of land, which leads to higher profits.
Why not just make more apartments? You can get even more units to sell.
His apartments tend to be sold to the lower class, and Anton wanted that upper class money. After all, the best way to make money is to take it from those who already have it. That's the magic of profit. Thank you, Annie. If we have any issues with your statement, then we'll let you know. When you're ready, we can head out.
Annie, how do you really feel about Mrs. Eubank?
Is that really important?
You had some choice words for her during your confession. What I want to know is why.
She was always out of touch, privileged to do whatever she wanted. She pretends to be so down to earth, all flowers and sunshine, but she never really understood people like me and Bill. We can't all just follow our dreams the same way she can. So yes, I only treated her nicely for work reasons. Does that answer your question?
It does, but I think you're the one misunderstanding her. She really did see the best in you. She defended you because she believed in you, that you weren't capable of hurting anyone. I think if you asked her, she might have helped you with your dream.
I think we should move on. So, I heard Anton kicked the bucket. What happened to him?
If we knew that, there wouldn't be a case to solve.
All we can say is that he died a couple of nights ago. Your statement could help us solve this case. Though you don't seem upset about the news. We both just had the same goal in mind. Otherwise, we were no different from strangers. Same thing for you two, right? Isn't his death just another case to solve?
She's right. I was more worried about my dad than Anton's death.
Red once told me that we should never treat the dead like strangers. Ever since I took this case, I learned so much about him. The way he talked to people, his hobbies, his family. So to me, this case is like honoring the memory of a friend.
I never thought of it like that.
Nor did I. It's just some wisdom taught to me the day I was promoted. So I mean, I think it's pretty obvious, but I like how they're really bringing in a lot of different characters back for this case.
Yeah, we're about to go talk to Chandra, who was basically our first lead. What's this book here for?
It's our BOP, Book of Police. It holds our rules and policies at the station. Which you would know if you ever read it.
I mean, I've been so busy doing paperwork and solving cases, not enough time in the day for everything.
Then when this case is finished, I want you to read this cover to cover.
I'm starting to think she wants me to suffer. Lynn is looking good as always.
Do you hear that, Justina?
Hear what?
Your computer is begging you. Please don't leave me. There's so much work to do.
Oh my... Don't worry, you wonderful machine. I'll be back soon.
There's no pressure, but if you don't solve this case soon, we might have to sell her off.
But Sophie and I finally named her last week. She's too young to be sold.
She named her computer?
What the...
I mean, granted, that's... I'm one to talk. I mean, I've called my laptop the Lappy, just like
oh my god.
Then you better hurry. Her life is on the line.
As if I needed more motivation to solve this case. What's this medal for?
It's from the mayor's office for our outstanding service to the city.
Is our station really that good?
Do you think Detective Hunt's kept his title for his looks alone?
I suppose not. Rewarded for solving the UO13 incident. What's that? Sounds like a case number.
It was a case Detective Hunt solved a few years ago. Better to ask the man himself, but wait until after this case.
I'll ask him later then. Maybe if I stay at the station long enough, I'll find out about it.
It's definitely a tease, but I like it.
Yeah.
Ooh. could see the inside.
Oh, hey, Hannah!
Oh, hey, they're back.
Detective, I thought we were going to speak with just Chandra. Why is Hannah here?
I figured maybe her partner in crime could help. As for why I brought you two in, I'm hoping you can answer some questions.
I already told you everything I know about the charity.
It isn't about the Klaus orphanage this time. What we want to know is about Eubank Investments itself. Can you tell us anything we wouldn't know about the company?
Well, there is one thing, but I can't. I signed an NDA with the Eubanks, plus it wouldn't be right.
Eubank Investments has been hitting the red with a capital R.
Hannah!
You signed the NDA. I did nothing of the sort. If anyone asks, I have a top-secret network of spies that feed me all the information I need.
Do you have a little thief?
I think I'm the little thief.
Okay. So telling the police is forbidden, but telling friends is not? What do you mean by hitting the red?
Oh wow, we're actually getting a statement from her again.
This is so interesting. I love it.
Eubank Investments has been failing to make a profit for about a year now, with new investments just not paying off. They need a bank loan and investors for their new projects, but they need a plan on how this money will be used. The bank won't just give you a loan for nothing. They need to know that you can pay it off or that you can offer collateral. To get the loan, they need property that's worth investing in. My sources found out about it 3 months ago.
That's a lot more in depth than I was expecting coming from you.
What can I say? My sources are great.
Then you better hope your sources don't get in trouble because of you. It shouldn't be hard to find land to invest in. I can think of a few rundown areas that could use the investment.
If I had to guess, they don't seem eager to invest in the poorest areas. My sources said the poorest neighborhoods are risky ventures. Mr. Eubank needs to find a safe investment, or else the company's finished. Azure City is running out of risk-free lands to invest in, so they haven't had the best luck. This does add a lot of context. Thank you, Hannah. Tell your sources we thank them as well.
I still don't get why banks wouldn't approve loans to the poorest neighborhoods. Surely it's the poorest areas that have the most potential for growth.
I might know why. There's a stigma against being poor. Growing up in the poor East Bay, I was told to act like I was from the West Bay in school. I'm guessing they're talking about the actual, Azure City, East and West.
Yeah.
My family didn't want others to view us as poor. If I had to guess, that stigma likely applies to bank loans, too. Banks are businesses, but businesses are run by humans. If they think they won't make any money, even for dumb reasons, then they won't risk it. Economics can never be unbiased as long as humans remain biased.
So Eubank Investments can't get a loan because the bank doesn't think they make a profit off of the poor? Exactly. Eubank Investments doesn't turn poor areas wealthy, they kick the poor out for the wealthy. At least, that's what Hannah's sources told us. Can't Eubank Investments get work from the city like 10 years ago? Eubank Investments appeared at the right time to get that funding. Now, the politicians of Azure City have moved on to other issues. Homelessness is a major topic and Mayor Bolton's proposal to fight it isn't popular. So if the city has any money to spare, Mayor Bolton's opponents won't let him use any. I see. I should keep up with city politics. With everything that happened in the last few weeks, it seems that you were recovering well. It might look so, but I haven't fully recovered. I started getting seizures, and the doctor thinks it could be permanent. Oh, that sucks. I started taking medication to try and help. It's interesting that we have a previous victim coming back and actually, having consequences of having been a victim. I don't think that's been done before.
Yeah, I think it's fairly realistic. I think that's, fairly realistic from what I've read. don't quote me on it, but like considering everything else, the rest of this game's approach, you know, it wouldn't surprise me.
Seizures from being hit in the head?
If the head injury is strong enough, it's possible.
I mean, yeah, getting hit in the head with a frying pan? That would hurt.
At its worst, it could be permanent.
I'm not even allowed to drive until I can go half a year without a seizure.
Lucky for her, best friend Hannah is here to help. Until she recovers, I'm going to try and drive her around the city as needed.
Aww.
Oh, and now we get to actually investigate the interrogation room. Hooray.
Yay! I've been waiting to do this. How come I can see the viewing room? Isn't it normally dark?
We only keep it one way during interrogations. Since Chandra is here, we decided to make it more open. Make it casual. Exactly. We're all friends here. Gotta keep things casual.
I don't remember agreeing to that.
How about coworkers? Colleagues? Workfellows?
I know Hannah can be a bit much, but she's a good person. Not everyone will try to cover for a friend like she did. Alright, but I'm sticking to coworkers and only for this case. I've never noticed those books in the viewing room before. Are they for people to read while waiting? If you ask me, watching from the outside is a lot more fun than reading.
Okay.
Dad, are you here?
Justina, Detective Swift. It's good to see you two. Is everything all right? Mr. Smith, we wanted to follow up on what happened yesterday. Oh, please, we're basically family now. Call me Ash. Harris called me yesterday to explain what happened. Looks like we need to find another buyer. There's some legal issues to settle since he signed the paperwork and everything. But thankful Gray is able to help sort it out.
Gray? Who's that?
Gray Earl, that nice clerk's brother.
Oh, really?
Didn't you know? Sue's older brother is the business attorney. Like Mrs. Eubank, but works with all sorts of small businesses.
Oh, really?
I'm surprised she got you in touch with him. I'll tell you about it later. I better catch you up with what I learned. Gray has been helping me make sure the store can sell after what happened yesterday. He says Luna should be clear from any legal troubles. I really liked Harris. Seemed like a stand-up kind of guy. But I trust Gray to figure that out. Still, I doubt Eubank Investments would want the store. They have no use for it.
That is a good question, actually. Why did Anton want the store?
Well, I think that's fairly clear. It was more or less spelled out for us by Hannah and her intelligence network.
Yeah, but I don't see why they would want the store. Wouldn't they want the motel land instead? There's no reason to buy the store.
Well, I think they're trying to get it. They need as much land as possible, presumably.
I guess, yeah.
And since their whole thing with the orphanage stalled, then they had to look elsewhere.
I'm glad he's helping you, but I wish you didn't need a lawyer.
Let your old man worry about that. You have a case to solve. While you two are here, stay a while.
Sure.
You sure have a lot of plants in the store. I wouldn't say it's a lot.
Yes, Dad, it's a lot.
Don't say that. Gardening's in your blood. With that green suit, you practically have green thumbs.
Oh my God!
Family as your mama died. You wouldn't say that about your family, would you?
They're plants, Dad. Plants don't have feelings.
Sounds like your family has a love of plants you don't share. My wife Primrose can make a patch of dirt into a beautiful garden. You give her a lump of wood, and she'll carve you whatever your heart desires.
My dad isn't the only artist in my family. My mom is one too, just with plants.
When I first met Primrose, my thumb was as far from green as can be. With the store being sold soon, I've been trying to my hand at new types of art. I would have thought the two would be very different. That's the joy of life. We all have the chance to appreciate the things we used to hate. Like a seedling, we all grow in ways we can never dream.
I really like the dad as a character. He's cool.
Yeah.
But unlike you, I doubt I will ever take joy in gardening. We should get more cameras for this store.
We're selling the store, dear. There's no reason to buy more. Let the new owner buy more if he's worried. Your dad's right.
I know, I just feel guilty. I should have pushed for more security here. I was the manager here. I could have done more.
Justina, you were a better manager than I could have ever been. You couldn't foresee Anton's death, let alone that he'd be found here. It's the culprit's fault for the murder, not yours. So rather than feeling guilty, let's solve this case. I love all these little animals you make. Catching the spirit of an animal is both challenging and rewarding. Animals move, change, and interact with the world. I never get tired of making them, no matter how big or small they are.
My dad has been making them as long as I can remember. I once thought he would make his own little zoo.
A glass zoo would be fun. Certainly easier to take care of a glass rabbit than a real one. Can you make me an owl? I'd love to get one. When this is all solved, I'll make you one on the house.
This metal detector was surprisingly important yesterday.
For helping us solve the case?
Yeah, good job, metal detector. Now I can finally break you apart in peace.
Break apart? That's so mean.
Listen, after how annoying it was yesterday, it doesn't deserve to live. Doing my dad, no, the world, a favor. I always liked the green animals. They look so happy.
Ever since you were a kid, you loved green. Even as an adult, you haven't outgrown it. I love how each color is given its own shelf. It was an idea Justina came up with after Saul passed away. She said that rainbows can attract the eyes of customers. And did it work?
You know, I'm not sure. Come to think of it, how would I judge if it works? Oh, whatever. It looks nice and that's all that matters.
I mean, most things, you usually sell most things, like separating it by color.
Looks like he finally cleaned up the soil from yesterday.
And I'm glad I did. I'm not going to leave a dirty store.
So, did you ever find out what happened?
You know, the funniest thing happened. I hope Justina and the detective are doing all right. Harris is a good person. I wouldn't want him to be a murderer. Oh, Luna, what is it?
Do you want me to take Luna?
Sure.
Ash, I need to confess something. I broke the pot here last night. I'm sorry.
Pot over here? I was wondering about that. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll clean it up. Let's clean it right up.
But it had your newest flower. I had to act quickly to save it. I thought you would be mad.
Oh, I see. Luna, do you know why I got that flower?
No? Why?
It was for you. Blue Gilias represent love, something I want you to carry with you to college. I know your relationship with your mom is rocky, and none of the Smiths can be there with you. But we love you. You'll always have a home here. That flower was my farewell gift to you.
I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. I can see everything I need on your face. I remember when Justina and Jean went off to college. It was like years of hard work raising them had finally paid off. You'd think I'd be used to it by now.
Thank you, Ash.
When you graduate, you can show me the flower and how much it's grown.
I promise to take good care of it.
I know you will. And don't forget to video call. I can give you all the advice you need to help raise the little plant. Or just call to let us know how you're doing.
Aww.
Can you believe it was Luna?
Yeah, who knew? I'll keep the whole I already proved she did it to myself. That was really nice. We wouldn't have seen that if we didn't investigate the elephant. Or the soil, I mean.
Yeah.
Serious conversation aside, why hasn't anyone mentioned Sue's brother?
You didn't tell me you had a sister until yesterday. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but Gina's boring unless you need someone to put on a fashion show.
You should try taking an interest in her work someday. You might be able to bond with her better. But as for Gray, best lawyer I've ever worked with.
Gray must be a great lawyer.
He had a pretty successful career. I think he could give Mrs. Eubank a run for her money, both as a lawyer and as a tea drinker. Okay, granted this probably isn't going to be relevant because Case 6 hasn't released yet.
Uh-huh.
But do you think Gray... Well, actually, no. They probably would have mentioned it by now, but like I just got to thinking, what if Gray Earl is the Bloodhound?
Oh, that would be interesting. I think,
Yeah.
but I think they already announced that that lawyer has a different name, unless he was just introduced as Bloodhound.
Oh yeah,
I can't
no.
remember.
He was like something like Hunter Wolfsbane or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Though that does make me think, are we going to have that guy for the final interrogation? Gray Earl, I mean.
Is he going to show up in this final interrogation? Possibly.
I should, to be honest, at this point, I kind of hope so, because, yeah, I feel like, because, you know, Ferris and Justina have already gone back and forth a few times, and this latest one kind of ended with them both sort of on a neutral ground.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Sue got you in touch with him. Sue asked him to help out for free, in exchange for some glass animals. He's a glass art collector. Been here a few times and I didn't even know. But paying in glass is a perfect deal for me.
Maybe after this case, I should go meet him. He sounds like an interesting guy. Or maybe he's being set up to be introduced in the DLC case, not as the Bloodhound, but
Yeah, that's also possible. Like the fact that he's a straight up conversation topic tells me that there's
yeah.
that he's not just going to be a completely off-screen character. I mean, granted, we're probably not going to be seeing Anton's ex-wife, but she has some plot importance.
Yeah, and also, she didn't have her own talk option. Anton's ex-wife, I mean. So
Yeah.
after everything that happened with Harris, is it the right time to try and sell the store?
I'll sell this place like a rattle on a snake.
Wait, what?
Yes, I will. I just wanted to say something fun like Harris.
I think you're
I
fun
think
just
it's just the way you are, Ash. What'd you say?
That's my bad. I thought that was my line.
Anyway, I'm sure Harris is already in custody. Our DA is much more interested in our current case. So I doubt she would want to spend too much time on him. Get that settled and move on.
Is she really that busy?
Up to the roof in cases and can only focus on the biggest ones. Let's take a field trip there. I can show you all the sights.
That doesn't sound fun. The law office sounds like the most boring field trip. Unless
Don't
it's
make-
right and co.
Unless you decide to crack open the legal books.
Oh, God.
Welcome back to Eubank Investments,
Stop smiling like that. It's so uncanny.
where we're investigating a beautiful future for you.
Hi, Joey. What are you up to?
The wonderful detective in red invited me to help him investigate. He said he could get me out of trouble if I cooperated.
Is that legal?
But he's currently in the president's office looking around.
Thanks for the tip. Since you're helping him, would you like to help us out as well?
Anything for our city's finest.
She's such a suck-up, but I do like being called finest.
I have something recorded you might want to hear.
Oh, really?
April 30th, 7:05 p.m., Eubank Investments reception desk.
Okay.
At Owen's request, Lowell tried arranging a meeting between Owen and Anton. When informed, Anton declined the meeting. He gave no reason why. I should look into this later. Beep. I didn't tell Mr. Eubank that he declined the meeting.
Better update our old statement.
So, if Mr. Eubank contacted Lowell, how did you find out? I best keep that information to myself.
It's best not to ask. So what stopped you from telling Mr. Eubank when he got here?
Because if I did, I wouldn't be able to eavesdrop on their meeting. 2 meetings worth of juicy information to send back to Vivica could get a handsome paycheck from her.
And look how that turned out.
Lowell knew the meeting was declined. Anything else we should know? That's all from me. Your detective friend is upstairs. Thanks, Joy. We'll head up there soon. We have a few questions to ask first.
Bum, 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 bum. Dun, dun.
How'd you get involved with Vivica? She came in one day to have a meeting with Anton. We spoke a bit while she waited. I dropped some juicy rumors on her and she asked if I could find any proof. Let's just say I know how to get info around here.
Pretty sure you would have been fired if you got caught.
But I didn't get caught until today. Juicy rumors, you say? Like what? Vivica wanted info to make the divorce go in her favor, so anything to make him look like a bad father. The big rumor was about his gun and his small collection of ammo hidden in his office. We didn't find any ammo when we were in there earlier. Where would it be? I still don't know. I had to spend 2 days stalking him just to find something for Vivica. And the best I could do was catch him bringing in ammo and walking out without it. The other detective's currently up in the president's office looking for that ammo. Then let's check up on Red. Maybe he found something.
Who knew rumors could help us out?
We heard the forensics team were checking Lowell's car. Were they able to finish up? I finished up a while ago. You're welcome to visit the garage again. The mechanic can update you on what they found.
Thanks, Joy. We'll ask Meg about it.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that wasn't her statement.
So, do you think the Eubanks will let you keep the job?
Mrs. Eubanks said she'll decide after this case is over. But she's a wonderful person. I'm sure she'll find it in her heart to forgive me.
I'm not gonna tell her that she fired her maid for this exact reason. Maybe eavesdropping on Anton is different enough from a robbery. Let's leave the best for last. Let's go to the parking garage first.
Yeah. My favorite detectives, welcome back. Hey, Meg. We heard forensics finished looking over Lowell's car. Do you happen to have the details? Sure do. The forensics team looked over the whole car, both the trunk and the seats. They found small traces of blood and bits of white carpet in it. The blood belongs to Anton, and the carpet matches the one in his office. Other than that, there was nothing unusual, except this paper found inside the glove box. It has S2021 written on it.
Sorry, I'm tilting my head upside down to see if it reads anything upside down. Probably not. Better update Meg's statement. What does S2021 mean?
You two are the detectives. Isn't it your job to figure it out?
I mean, yeah, but why must we do all the hard work? The least Lowell could do is write down what it is.
Come on, Dusty. Where's your sense of adventure? Figuring this out is half the fun.
Is it so wrong to just want all the answers to be given to me?
Then you shouldn't have been a detective.
I'm not a detective. After this case, I'm going back to just being a clerk.
Thanks for the update, Meg. You're welcome. I've got some finishing touches to do in Anton's car. Good luck on the case.
What were the forensics team like? I haven't gotten a chance to meet them. Was there a person who kept eating snackoos constantly?
Honestly, pretty boring. They only talked to me after they finished up. I think they just needed someone to relay the results to you. There was this one guy who was always wearing a face mask, so his name was Kenta or something.
I was about to make that joke.
Wouldn't even let me look in the car. I only wanted to pick apart his car just a little.
I think you're wrong. I think maybe his name was Kenji.
Sorry, Meg. The forensics team is filled with straightforward people. They tend to get overworked, so they don't have time to casually talk.
Good to know I'm not missing anything by not meeting them.
Anything to investigate? No, probably not.
I mean, probably not. We've already been there, so.
Oh, there you two are. Sue told me that the big man himself is being brought in for questioning soon. Hey, Red, you heard right. Owen Eubank himself is coming by. We need all the evidence we can get.
Have you found anything?
Not yet. I've been searching Anton's desk. I tried getting into his computer, but I had no luck so far. It's password protected. There are also some updates on the autopsy report.
The updated autopsy report.
A gun? As you know, Anton Chambers was shot twice. However, gunpowder residue was just found on his coat's right arm. The first shot was a non-fatal shot to the abdomen, striking his right rib. The second was a fatal shot that pierced the heart, from which death was almost instantaneous. After the bullets were removed, they were tested for fingerprints. Despite their best efforts, we couldn't lift any fingerprints off either one.
Better just update his previous statement with the new info. Fingerprints can be found on the bullets?
Forensics has ways of lifting fingerprints on bullets, but it's very rare. Most of the time the fingerprints get smudged to the point it's unusable. They were hoping that Anton, being a gun enthusiast, likely touched it so much that they were able to get a clean print. They almost got something off the first bullet, but no luck. The second bullet had no chance, so there's no way to prove he loaded it.
But how is the lack of fingerprints useful?
We take what we can get. Perhaps it'll come in handy. The gunpowder on his coat is what interests me. Where'd that come from? They believe he must have fired a gun sometime before he died. However, we can't say exactly when or what type of gun. It was the bullet he fired upwards in the alleyway. Could it have come from that? Forensics tested it, but it doesn't match. They said the gunpowder only matches if he fired the gun around 3 feet from the ground.
Maybe he shot at someone else with a third bullet?
If so, we need to find proof soon. If he shot at someone else, they might have the bullet still inside them.
The gunpowder evidence should be updated as well. We're gonna take out a portable metal detector later?
Ballistics also has an update for us. Both bullets fired from the murder weapon entered the body perpendicularly and were close to their respective entry points.
I mean, was that not obvious?
It's official now. It's official now. No room for doubt. I'll add it to the evidence. Thanks, Red. For now, let's look around the place.
Okay, so we can reinvestigate everything now since we're actually looking for smuggled ammo. But first, let's talk to, Hunt.
What have you been up to since we brought Joy in? I got the case file from yesterday all cleaned up and ready for you two.
Yesterday's case file? It certainly saves me time, but why did you do that?
Something about yesterday's case left me wondering. What was Anton gonna do about the flash drive? So I looked over the whole case.
Did you find something?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. But something tells me it might be important, so I got it for you two. I'll take it off your hands.
Okay.
I feel like
Come
the
to
flash
think of
drive
it-
might be important later.
Maybe. Come to think of it, you know a lot about forensics, Sophie.
Oh no, I just know what every good detective should know.
I doubt it. If Detective Hunt started speaking about fingerprints, I'd assume he was an imposter.
It hurts, but it's true. Did Sophie not tell you she wanted to go into forensics at one point?
She didn't. Why am I finding out that now?
It's not a big deal. I knew I wanted to get into criminal justice, and I thought about lab work. Back in high school, I used to study it for fun. Oh, me too. But over time, I wanted to be involved in helping the city directly. Being behind a desk all day wasn't for me. So I joined the police academy and worked my way to becoming a patrol officer.
But forensics sounds so cool. You should have stayed on the path.
But now she can use that knowledge as a detective. If you ask me, more police should learn forensics. A lot of bad arrests could be avoided if they learned the basics.
Hey, Detective, do you think something might be a clue within... Do you think something might be a clue within these books?
I don't think he's the kind of person to hide something in such an obvious place.
You don't know that. I bet there's a secret hidden here. Why else would he have all these books?
To look smart, someone comes in and sees all the books and says, wow, he's smart. Or perhaps, bear with me, he read them all before.
Nah, he was rich. He would pay someone to read them for him. I'm gonna dig into these and look for a clue.
There's 59 books in this room. You sure you want to check all of them?
On second thought, maybe he just wants to look smart. Do you think these fancy chairs are, what's the word? Useful? Like, they serve a purpose besides showing off?
Oh, I want to try. Detective Swift, you know we can't tamper with evidence until it's been properly documented. Yes, sir. I'll write down everything about it.
All that just to sit on a chair?
You never be too careful on the job. Sue hates it when we don't document the evidence properly. I inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. It's all clear.
I know it's a phrase too, but that's
it's
gotta be a
definitely
reference,
is.
right?
And by all means, sit all you like. It's soft and comfy.
Then why do you look so sad?
Now I want one. Let's not look up the price. Your wallet shouldn't know. Miss Assistant, do you know what's written on here?
Nope, just looks like numbers and shapes to me. When I looked earlier, Lowell said this information is strictly yada yada yada. I bet he doesn't even know what it means. Are there the letter S and then the numbers 2021 on there?
Sophie, help me move this. Yes, sir. Move it over there. Perfect.
Is that a safe?
I knew there was something hiding in here.
But how did you...
If he was willing to bring a package of illegal bullets here, he must have had some place to hide them.
Then how do we get in? Looks like it needs a code.
Justy, do you have any evidence that might help?
Evidence to help us open this safe. When I have something, I should bring it to Detective Hunt. Do you think the people on the street ever look up and see us looking down at them? Do they know if we are judging them from our tower?
Nah, why worry about that when the people on the street level are already judging you?
Fair point. Hey, Detective, what do you see from up here?
You mean from this window?
Yeah, Lowell asked me the same question. I'm wondering what you think.
I think it's a city of people.
Wow, real original. Do you also think that chicken tastes like chicken?
What I mean is, people of all kinds of backgrounds live here. Doesn't matter the culture, origin, or background. We're all people in this city. The only dividing factor is money. If everyone was the same, it wouldn't be the city I know and love.
Huh. That's deeper than I expected from you.
Don't worry, I'm still a chicken tasting like a chicken kind of guy. I just ask myself every day, I this city. I do it because of these people. I wouldn't want to work anywhere else in the world. We need to open this safe. Got any ideas?
Do I have the evidence that could help us open the safe? Some kind of code? Here's the proof! It would probably be Meg's statement now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forensics found this paper in Lowell's car. Put S2021 as the safe combo.
I'll give it a try. Looks like forensics was right on the money. It's open. Let's check inside. What do we have here? He has his own private collection of gun accessories here. Silencer, loudener, bandolier, speed cocker, and I think this one is for shooting down police helicopters.
Oh my god! This guy really liked guns, huh?
Even as a hobby, this is a bit too much for my liking. But check this out. Leftover bullet boxes.
This looks like... Oh! A pack of bullets. That's it? I expected something more illegal.
It's because these are hollow point bullets.
What are hollow point bullets?
Here it is. They create a wider wound when they hit someone. Zor City made them illegal for civilians because they can be more dangerous than standard bullets. But politics aside, something more important is missing. This isn't the full package. 2 bullets are missing. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I think so. Is there any way to prove any of the bullets that shot Anton were from this box?
I'll send this info to our coroner, Rebecca. She can confirm if the bullets match.
There's something else. A clock? What's this doing here?
I know that clock. It was on the wall over there on Sunday night.
Come to think of it. I remember now. Joy said she saw the clock was missing.
Took you long enough. This is why you're the assistant and I'm the master. Brilliant catch as always, Red.
But why hide a clock in here?
It's stuck at 8 p.m., so I think it's broken. Someone didn't want anyone to find this. As for why, I'll leave that to you two.
I'm gonna write this all down. Better replace the chalkboard evidence with the safe and update all of it. Going back to the bullets, with all these empty boxes, where did all the other bullets go?
I got intel saying he'd practice at a private shooting range with his gun. One that would let something as minor as illegal bullets be ignored.
There are some really stubborn gun lovers in this country.
So if he does use them regularly, that would explain why he needed more.
So why was the code to the safe in Lowell's car?
Oh, my dear assistant, you asked the wrong question. Not even, who could that be at this hour? Detective Swift, what's the more important question? Let me think. Is it, who else knows the code to the safe? Yeah, I was wondering that. Like, who other than Anton could know about it? Exactly. We can worry about how he knows later. Someone opened this safe. And so far, only Lowell and Anton could have opened it.
Do you think Mr. Eubank...
If you don't know, don't speculate. Just keep it in mind for now. I'll update Meg's statement.
Now that you found the safe, what are you gonna do now?
With all the evidence in the safe, you can say I have plenty of ammo. I'm sure you're just gunning to go after them.
Oh my god.
Your pun game's getting good. I have no more to teach you. But yes, I want to look into where he got the hollow point bullets. I bet he smuggled those into the city. You two got a murder to solve. Leave this smuggling case to me. He won't let you down, sir. Oop.
Accidentally scrolled. Solving a smuggling case sounds fun. I hope we get a chance to help him someday. Maybe
Where
DLC?
is the smuggling ring?
Oh my god. I think... Just police station? Nope. Okay, we still have something more to do.
We've been over this.
What else do we have to do, though?
We may need to, like, put a statement in. Let's look at the leads.
Return to the station after investigating. We did that, though.
Let's go over all the other places, then. Or maybe investigate the garage. We didn't do that. Blue car.
This garage looks so much emptier now.
Mr. Eubank took his car back home. Even left me a nice tip for watching over the cars.
You got paid just to be here? If that's how he treats his employees, maybe I should get a job here.
I heard an executive assistant position had opened up. You should apply.
On second thought, no. I don't think I'm much of a... I don't think I'm enough of a bootlicker to take Lowell's previous job.
Okay.
That might have just been it, actually. Maybe? Nope. Okay.
What if we tried reviewing everyone's statements, like, and going to the person about them, you know? There's probably a contradiction in there somewhere. What I mean is, like, let's try and go to all the places again, but see who can actually have their statement reviewed. That'll give us at least a hint of where our thinking should be.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get anything from these two, honestly, but maybe the viewing room has something?
Oh. Okay, we might have just needed to do that, because it updated the text.
Yeah. It isn't the detectives that cost me my job. How wonderful to see you both. To what do I owe the pleasure?
In case you forgot, you're the one who moved the body. We just happened to be passing by. What are you doing here?
Just waiting around for all the legal work to be finished. I can't exactly leave the station, so I thought I'd wait around here for a while. You two are welcome to waste your time here. We'll never cross paths again, so feel free to enjoy me while it lasts. And don't think you can get any information about my evidence here. This is strictly a casual visit.
I doubt we'll find any evidence here. But if I have time, I do have the option to talk with him a bit.
And to be clear, this is personal. It ain't just business.
Oh no!
Once you go free, what do you plan to do? Go to another company and work my way up. It didn't work out for Eubank Investments, but there are plenty of other companies to work for. Many of them would love to hire the former president of Eubank Investments, even with a term 15 times shorter than that of William Henry Harrison.
But you moved a dead body! Even if you're not charged, what you did was still illegal.
Then I should fit in quite nicely with any corporation.
By the gods.
But don't you dream of doing something else? Anything that doesn't involve chaining yourself to a company? And what is a dream? Just a shackle to a future that may never come. If I have to be chained to something, let it be something that gives me the tools to live my life, rather than follow some foolish dream.
What do you mean?
It's simple, really. When I was younger, I had a friend who would let me borrow his family's guitar. I would try and play it, slowly learning the chords, the hand placements, etc., etc. My 10-year-old self had a dream to be a famous musician, a silly dream that every child believes at one point. But that dream was always going to be a dream. Few people ever make a career in music. Rather than being chained to that, I freed myself. This is a really interesting exploration of the themes from cases 3 and even 4, to be honest.
Yeah.
Why don't you try and play again, even if it's just for fun? Because I'll never be good enough to make it worth the time. If I can't be the best, why go for it? My time's better spent elsewhere.
I really like Lowell as an antagonist. I don't know about you, but...
Yeah, that's immediately shot him up a couple spots, in my opinion.
Yeah. If Lowell was as dedicated to music as he was to his job, maybe he could have made it. I don't know if this game has, like, a tier list made yet. Like, a tier list, like, template. But, I'd be down to do a character tier list for sure.
Honestly, I would too. Not sure if I'd be able to be super definitive on everything, but, you know, it would be fun.
Yeah. Your watch. You know, you and Detective Hunt have very similar looking watches.
You have quite the eye. I also noticed the two of us have the same taste. In my case, this watch was given to me by my granddad. He called it a good luck charm.
I don't think a good luck charm would have put you in hot water with the police.
And yet, I'll be walking out of here a free man. That's pretty lucky to me. That watch must be pretty old if you got it from your granddad. He said it was the first thing he ever purchased with his own money. He worked as a shoe shiner as a child on the weekends to afford it. Some days he'd tell my dad and I stories of his hardship growing up in Azure City. Or the good old days, as he would like to call it. And the watch still works? That's pretty impressive. I had to get it fixed a few times, but it still works. Time is money were the words my granddad told me when he gave me this watch. I never truly understood those words until I was an adult. Now I know those are words to live by. They're like, even if we don't really hear much about his personal life, like that just explains so much about him, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget to investigate.
That's what I was clicking.
Yep.
It's so cool we can look inside, but the people inside can't see us. Do you ever wonder if this is how the gods view us? Watching us from a one-way window and watching us go about our days? Keep track of actions so that they know what our next life will be after we pass away. I wonder if they have favorites, like some people who have such interesting lives that they follow daily.
I've never thought of it. I bet they've been following you for the last few weeks. You went from desk work to the front lines in a matter of hours. Who wouldn't want to watch your every move? Is this supposed to mean we're the gods?
Wait! I was just thinking that too. If anything, you're the more interesting one. I bet the gods watch you race around the city all day long. 2 chairs, sitting against the back of the wall. A pair of lovers who will never be apart. They take on the weight of everyone who sits with them. The weak, the sad, and those with a broken heart. Man, you really should go into poetry, Justina. You know, I never gave this a proper look. Know your rights. The interrogation room. I didn't know this was placed here.
It wasn't always here. I think it was added 5 or so years ago. There was this big media frenzy about someone claiming not to know their rights. Claimed that the police never told them and forced them to confess under stress.
So they put up this sign?
Forced is the better word. The city had to do something proactive, so they passed a law to require it. Now every police station viewing room in the city has a document like this on the wall.
But what about the person who started it? Did they really not know their rights?
I can't say. Both sides claim the other was lying, so the whole case became a mess. All I can say is if the police followed proper protocol in the interrogation room, this whole thing could have been avoided. But they thought the end justifies the means, and look where it got them.
Let's see if that was enough. Okay, no.
I feel like that's going to be something we use to contradict our next statement. Probably from oh, who was it?
Who are you thinking about?
Go through all of them again. Franklin investors. I think Hannah and Annie are going to be the ones that we use as evidence. What was Ash's statement?
Ah,
Yeah,
I see.
that's the one.
Okay. Hannah's statement almost works. I think another statement would be better to present here. What statement is better? We have a witness who has found out that Anton had been trying to gather property around the city. Anton could have used this property's location for a profitable development. He already tried that with an orphanage, and he was willing to do it again here, which is why we are trying to get as much information as possible.
Why would he need property so badly?
Evidence that shows why they needed property. Do I have that?
We do.
I have the evidence right here.
It's Hannah's statement.
It seems that he needs to keep gaining property to keep the company afloat. We believe it's connected to his death. The timing is impeccable otherwise. Do you know anything about Anton that could help us out?
I see. I don't know how helpful it is, but I can tell you a story. Long ago, before time had a name,
No!
Ninjutsu master. The full story about what happened 10 years ago.
Did
Sorry, I had to.
did you
For
bank?
those who might be confused, this is after the DRA1 playthrough, so we're very used to that particular reference.
Long before time had a name.
You mean when the store was bought?
Did they use 4 elemental weapons as bargaining power?
Justina told me yesterday. There's a bit more to the story her mother and I left out. 10 years ago, Saul and I were looking to start a business and came across Eubank Investments. Oh, this music.
Yeah, it's new.
As you know, Luna was hurt, and we spoke with the Eubanks at the time. Justina might have said they simply agreed, but they didn't. As Luna's hospital bills were piling up, Saul pleaded with the Eubanks for support, but they ignored him. He wanted them to pay for the hospital bill and admit that they lied about the quality of the building. But they refused to listen.
You never told me about this.
You were 12 at the time. A simple story was easier to explain. Anton in particular was refusing to budge one bit on the matter. He said that it was the building construction company's fault, and they were in no way liable. They told Saul that he was at fault for not bringing a safety inspector with him. Saul threatened to press charges against them for lying about the state of the building, and that finally got their attention. We spent hours in a single room trying to reach an agreement, and it was almost pushed to court. Then suddenly, Mrs. Eubank gave in to our demands. She gave us the building and paid for Luna's hospital bill, provided we dropped the case. I'll update your statement. Why did she give in later? I can't say. Maybe it was Justina's mom. She was ready to throw a chair if I didn't stop her. You'd think she was Luna's mom. Anton wasn't happy, but he was powerless to stop it.
But wasn't he president?
He was. Mr. Eubank took his wife's side, and that was that.
Yeah, I think probably what happened is Mrs. Eubank saw Justina's mother, and just like as a mother to mother, like what would Mrs. Eubank do if Phi got hurt in that situation? And I think that's probably why
and it's even possible that Phi had just been born at the time.
Yeah.
Or even that she was expecting.
We can actually check that.
Phi's 10, right?
Yeah, she's 10.
She's 10.
Exactly.
So either Ferris was expecting or Phi had recently been born.
Yeah.
As for why Mr. Eubank did that, my guess is they were married at the time. Well, they're still married. Of course he'd support his wife. You say that like they're divorced.
I don't know.
I wonder if Anton ever let that go.
I mean, maybe what he means is that they recently got married around that time.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
Maybe
that
that's
could
what he
be it.
means.
That's the full story of how we got the store.
Why didn't you tell me all this? You hid all these details for 10 years.
Those 7 days of fighting weren't all for this building. They were for Luna, too. We didn't want their money out of greed, but to have them pay for hurting her. But we agreed to tell you and your sister a nicer story. There's enough hate in the world. And we don't want the hate to be a cycle.
When this all started, I was sure the Eubanks were kind and friendly because of what you told me. That's why I joined the embezzlement case on my first day.
And how were they when you met them?
Mrs. Eubank was as kind as I was told. Mr. Eubank, he's scarier. A liar and controlling, sure, but I don't see him as a murderer. This whole case, it's so complex, I don't know how we'll solve it.
I don't know if anything I told you will help you find the culprit, but if anyone can catch them, it's you. I really like this moment. Like, ultimately,
Yeah.
Ash did lie to Justina, but with that story, I mean, his point was kind of proven. He basically broke the cycle. Like, imagine how Justina would have reacted had this case come up, but she'd known the full truth.
Yeah.
Or at least had known it since being a child.
Yeah. You really think so?
You got that fire in your eyes, like a furnace ready to make beautiful glass. I've known you all your life, and I've never seen you more invested in anything like these cases. Even if no one calls you a detective, you are one to me.
That's so sweet. Trust me, I don't have to go far for someone to call me one, but thanks, I needed that. I'm still a little mad at you and Mom for hiding it.
When you have kids someday, you'll understand.
I think that's all we can get here.
That was... God.
That was a
Like,
good
even though
scene.
even though it seems like he's more of a supporting character, and I don't think he's going to be the killer, I think, like, this case, honestly, and even though he's more of a supporting character overall, really great character.
Yeah. That scene was so good. My God.
Okay, is that the end?
It
Or are we
might
gonna
be.
continue to-
We'll find out right now. Oh, yep,
Well,
okay.
you should be ready. Come on, you don't want to miss this. Okay, believe it or not, I really thought that the plan was to just buy time to find the evidence before the plea deal was finished, but I guess not. And
Nope.
honestly, it is a bit underhanded for them.
Are you sure this deal is worth it? He moved a dead body and is throwing his own boss under the bus. Are we sure we can trust him?
Too late now. Come on.
I really hope she knows what she's doing.
Glad you could all make it. Mr. Eubank is in the interrogation room. He'll be ready if Lowell keeps his end of the deal.
I will only accept concrete proof. Anything less, and I will demand defamation charges against my husband.
I have quite the audience. It's an honor to be the one solving this little case. Without further ado, here you go, a photo I took right after Anton died.
What happened?
When I arrived, he was already like this. I simply took a picture.
If his body hit the desk, that would explain why the phone turned off and Joy couldn't eavesdrop.
Where's Anton's body? It's out of frame because he fell closer to the door. You can't see it or the blood because of the angle. How they managed to clean all the blood off?
Wait, this photo doesn't make sense. Yeah, the blood should be on the carpet.
There was no blood on the floor. We confirmed the time was at 8:05 p.m. that night. I see. We'll add it to the evidence.
Mrs. Eubank. If you need me, I will be in the interrogation room with my client. I won't speak on this evidence until then.
Well, I did my part. Now, if you would excuse me, I have a plane to catch. Mr. Ledger, you will remain here. On what grounds? All charges have been dropped, remember? We need to determine whether this photo and the crime scene have been tampered with. Once we verify the authenticity, then you will be to go. Fine. Everything I gave is real. I look forward to being let go.
I guess that's our cue to head to the interrogation room.
It's a quadruple header?
Well, hey, I'm ready to keep going. I feel like we're very close to the end now.